I think the signal strength on my walkie-talkie is getting louder. Alright, maybe I'll be able to call somebody finally. Oh, hey, look, a house. Alright, make sure there aren't any of those weird walking... I don't even know what they were. Alright, flip through channels, flip through channels. Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is Spark Reeds. My plane went down nearby and no one knows where I am.
Hello, this is the U.S. Army.
Hey, yes, send help. I'm in Muldraw.
I'm sorry to tell you, but you are in the middle of the Knox quarantine zone. Martial law has been declared due to the rise in infected.
Is there anything I can do, or am I just stuck here?
Well, if you can get to that high school where trauma centers are set up, we may be able to extract you via helicopter and anyone else who is still there.
Where's the high school?
I'm not sure, judging from the large possible area where you could be, but that isn't my problem. Extraction will be there in 3 days. Keep yourself safe. The infected are dead. Don't feel bad if you have to fight back. Over and out.
Well, guess I gotta find a map. After I had clear direction on where I had to go, I started my journey, wandering through fields and streets until I finally got to Muldraw proper. I knew that the school must be on the same road, but it was going to be a long and grueling journey, and I had to find a way to set up for the night, because it was getting dark. That's when I found the convenience store. Alright. Probably can't crash here for the night. After exploring for a few minutes and fighting off a couple of zombies, I finally made it ready for me to spend the night. But the only problem was all of the zombies that kept getting in. One of them broke a window, and they just started pouring in after that. So I had to fight my way through all of them. But I had no weapons. After 20 minutes of fighting, I decided to sit in one of the closets and space out for a couple of hours, until it was finally the first full day. Alright, kind of spaced out for a couple hours. What time is it now? 5:10. Alright. Should be light enough out to see something. After another long journey, I finally made it to the place where I was going. This might be the high school. Maybe. It's awfully small for the high school. Okay, this place looks safe. It's an elementary school, though. Didn't he say it was a high school? After several minutes of looking around, I finally found the entrance to the school, and I decided to make my camp upstairs. It was going to be the safest because one entrance best I got. I'll place it here. The pipe. Like that. I decided to barricade the stairs with desks and tables, but zombies kept breaking through. After my defenses were finally set up, there was a little small space where I could still fight, but zombies kept coming through and I kept having to fight. For over an hour, I was pounding the ground with the metal pipe I found, just trying to kill all these zombies. They kept coming. They were like water through that window. Kept coming up the stairs, kept going out, kept coming through. But finally, after a long time, I was able to just start dragging them outside when they were dead. Best it can be. Uh-oh. However, the zombies did actually break the desk, so it made my base not safe anymore. So I had to find a way to repair the barricade so I could sleep the night. Zombies kept coming through. I don't know what was drawing them at that point, but something kept bringing them up, and I had to figure out a way to stop it. But until I could figure out what was causing them to come upstairs, I had to repair my barricade. I also dragged all the bodies outside because the inside smell, they would have made me sick, and who knows, I could have gotten zombified from the smell alone. It was putrid. With the hull stained with blood and more blood going on top of the dried, I fought back. But I decided to drag him outside this time, make my job a little bit easier. It wasn't long after that when I found the source of the noise. A zombie had been stuck in one of the bathroom stalls in my base, so I had to beat him up. Come on. Alright. I dragged them outside and finished them off. I decided to get rid of the glass around the window frame so I could jump out for easy access to the first floor.
And I guess zombies will just keep repeatedly hitting the glass until they go through. So, deserve some good sleep.
Day 2. I decided for this day to try and occupy myself. In the movies, they never talk about how boring the apocalypse is, and how quiet. It's frighteningly quiet. But luckily, I found a book.
Alright. Chapter 1. What is meat? Huh. Seems like a real page-turner.
Reading that book on butchery started to make me hungry, so I decided to check downstairs in the cafeteria to see if there was anything left over from the school that I could eat. After carefully going down the stairs, I also started to hear noise coming from one of the classrooms. I decided to push it off for the moment and get me some delicious chicken nuggets. Some fresh food. They were a little dusty, but they were still good. I decided to deal with that zombie. This might have been the real reason why zombies were coming in, because they heard this zombie in the classroom and tried to find it.
Ooh, paring knife. Knew it was going to be worth it.
Finding that paring knife meant I could make a spear.
Satchel.
I also searched one of the lockers and found a
satchel
which
too.
makes it way easier for me to
Alright.
carry things back and forth. Luckily, now I had stuff to carry.
Because
I checked another classroom
out
to
in the
see if I
open
could
right
find
now.
any books. Just some basic carpentry stuff, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Still thought it was kind of weird they had carpentry books in an elementary school. What 5-year-old would be nailing cabinets together?
Alright, now that I got that paring knife, which is probably dull and probably stupid, but I can carve this to a nice spear.
Turns out I was a pretty good whittler, and I made myself quite the nice spear. First thing I did was go outside and skewer a zombie, dead in one hit. It was pretty cool. I found my sunglasses too. They must have fallen off while I was dragging a body outside. Picked
Maybe
them
I'll
back
have
up,
something
put
to
them
do.
back on. I also found a
It's gonna be pretty
TV,
heavy,
just to
but-
keep myself even more occupied. It was heavy though.
Thought about it for a second.
After sitting down and learning some stuff from TV, I had no idea how educational the TV was. When I started to feel my stomach growl again, I went downstairs to get the fridge and the microwave, so I could have some nice hot food upstairs to go with my TV. The favorite thing I got though was the microwave. My spear broke, however, when I tried to repair it, but when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Or in this case, when life breaks your spear, you remake it into a tiny little steak that is basically useless. Hey, still counts. To make it easier for extractors to find me, I put an American flag outside of my base. But finally, well deserved after a long day of hard work, I went to bed hoping for extraction in the morning, which brings us to today.
1050. Did I miss it? Couldn't have missed it. Ugh. Zombie in there. Go on. Ah. Scratched. It's a close one. This guy's caught me completely off guard. Alright. Pretty hurt. Gonna rip this up though. Hope you don't mind, sir. I just thought of something else too. They're probably gonna want me to stay safe. Things like that. Whatever. Got an idea. They're gonna be probably worried that I'd have the virus, so maybe I can make them something. Make a gas mask for myself. It's a good idea. So at least till I can get some screening place, should be alright. Alright. Gas mask on. You know what? I'm taking these sunglasses. They're good ones. They're Ray-Bans.
Howdy. You the guy I'm supposed to extract?
Yes, sir. Wait, I thought the military was coming to extract me. You don't look very militant.
That's true. I'm County Sheriff Ulysses Callahan.
Oh, okay. Is there enough clearance for you to land here?
There is, but I have a different plan.
And what do you mean?
What I mean is the outside public, the military, and I all have different stories of what's going on in Knox County. As far as the public knows, it was a reanimating virus outbreak that was contained. The military thinks that the virus is dangerous and needs to be stopped with vaccines and whatever. What I know, however, is there are no vaccines left, and we are just weeks away from a nationwide pandemic. You're probably thinking, why would I tell you all this? I'm telling you this because as far as the press and military know, you were dead when I got here.